So Saturday, of course, was New Year's Eve. Donald Trump, as per usual, threw his big Mar-a-Lago New Year's Eve bash. And the whole thing was about as pathetic as you could imagine. The biggest celebrities, if you can even call them that showed up to this event were Mike Lindell and Rudy Giuliani. And this is an event, by the way, that used to be attended by media personalities, by actual real celebrities just a couple years ago. And now your A-listers are the guy that sells pillows and the guy whose hair melts off of his head. So not really off to a good start. But even before that, things at Donald Trump's New Year's Eve bash weren't going so well for the former president. See, he announced, a little late in the evening, but still he announced it, that at 9 p.m., he was going to have media availability. I guess Donald Trump decided that he wasn't getting enough press attention. He wanted everybody to see him all dressed up at this lavish party. So they send out the note to all of the media outlets that are available and say, why don't y'all come on into Mar-a-Lago? Donald Trump will speak with you. But nobody showed up. No cable news outlet accepted Donald Trump's invitation. And yes, that does include Fox News and Newsmax. Those two right-wing networks that usually give Donald Trump fawning coverage abandoned him. They snubbed him on New Year's Eve and said, thanks, but no thanks. We're not coming to your pathetic little party. So to make things even more embarrassing for Donald, he gets up there at a little podium, him and Melania, for their media availability, because they announced it, they still had to do it. And he spoke for 2 minutes, and that was it. Because there was only a handful of little reporters there from small conservative media outlets, maybe a couple local media outlets, and that was it. So he talked for 2 minutes and then skedaddled. That was it. And I have to imagine that he slunk away with his tail between his legs, completely embarrassed that no real media outlet decided to take up his invitation and show up to talk to him. Now, that's pretty bad, especially for somebody that, of course, is running for president. Not to be able to get the media to show up, especially because it's a big party. Like, I understand if they don't want to show up and go stand out there in the rain or the heat or the cold or whatever it is. I get that. But this is a big party, right? I'm pretty sure there was an open bar, or at least a bar. Yeah, there's food available. Who doesn't want to go to that, right? Well, apparently the answer is all of cable news. Nobody wanted to go talk to poor little Donald Trump. And the reason, of course, that this is important is because Trump wanted to use this as a springboard. He wanted to get a little bit of decent press coverage going into the new year. He wanted to capture the news cycle on New Year's Day, which would have been a very important thing to do. But instead, he captured the news outlet with outlets, or a news cycle with outlets reporting on how embarrassed he was and how embarrassing his whole party became. But of course, that is the story of Donald Trump. He is an embarrassment. He wants attention. He doesn't care if it's good or bad, and he got the bad attention, so maybe in his book it's a success. But either way, his little party was as pathetic as you could imagine, and the media didn't even care enough to cover it this year. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena, and Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet, so please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.